Hello, good day everyone. I am Osamudiame Obasoge, Esquire. It's, as a human rights lawyer, I am very disturbed about what is happening in Nigeria at present because Inec just conducted elections in 3 states. We have the one in Kogi State, we have the one in Imo, and another in Bayelsa. So it is just unfortunate that this morning, today, I have discovered that Inec is trying to sacrifice Nigeria on the altar of mediocrity and nauseating impunity again. In fact, Inec have refused to champion the cause for the automation of election procedures in Nigeria. There is no excuse for refusing to follow the direction that the whole world must go. Electronic voting, collation, transmission must come and become part and parcel of our electoral process and electoral law in Nigeria. This is a very glaring vacuum, and our electoral system is anachronistic. In fact, I see no reason why I cannot vote from the comfort of my bedroom. I should be able to thumbprint from the comfort of my bedroom, and Inec will not tell me the accounting. The system will update immediately, and once all the voters have voted and the allotted time has expired, the total votes will appear and be available to all voters. No arguments. This is not impossible. This is not science fiction. This is something we can't avoid. This is the direction the whole world must go. Again, in order to support my allegation against Inec, because by now I should have been in court with Inec. I should have dragged Inec to court, if not that there is no judiciary in Edo State. If at all there is in Nigeria. We must have competent judiciary in Edo State. And the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we have competent judges, not the ones that cannot defend their integrity, not the ones that countries are blacklisting, saying they don't want to see them in their shores. Not people who are so proud of mediocrity that they can deliver judgment from morning till midnight. This is a country where judges sat to deliver just one judgment, consolidated judgment, from morning till midnight. It has never happened before. Mediocrity must stop in this country. We must expunge this nauseating cancer, this debilitating cancer, this societal malaise from our political and social fabric. It is far from acceptable, very far from acceptable. If you go to my Facebook wall now, you will see that I just posted a Facebook post which I published, in which I attached my Inec forms with which I corrected my names. As at the time I registered as a voter with Inec, they did it hurriedly because Inec has this predilection for waiting till election is very close before they start rushing to register voters with youth corps members they call ad hoc staff that are ill prepared for such an onerous task. This shambolic procedure has been the culture of Inec for years. The Independent National Electoral Commission ought to be committed and dedicated to service to Nigerians. This is inexcusable. The Inec ad hoc staff misspelled my names because they were fighting at the center. People were rushing to register as voters. Why wait till election is very close? Several times I have gone to Inec office. They will say no, there is no registration at present. Wait till election is close. That is when we do registration. It's for you to know that they deliberately orchestrate this madness. They deliberately orchestrate this madness. On the post I just hinted at on my Facebook wall, you will see that there is this blank Inec voters card, blank. Then there is this other one purportedly belonging to one Abayomi Taiwo. If you take a look at it, if you save that copy to your system and zoom it properly, you will find out that it is obviously forged. This is what Inec wants people to be doing. Many Nigerians are carrying things like this. Look at this, is forged. This forged voters card and the blank copy, I found them in the vehicle which I helped a client to document the sale of. And that is the reason the client is deliberately trying to assassinate me today. With the support of the criminal governor Godwin Obaseki, who has borrowed billions of naira to bribe law enforcement agencies, the Nigeria police force, so that they don't investigate my petitions and complaints. If you go to my YouTube page, you will see my previous videos in which I explained copiously this unacceptable development. How the criminal governor Godwin Obaseki has been trying to assassinate me with the impersonators in the Edo State Judiciary, because he is the one appointing them. Also on that my Facebook post is a bank verification number card purportedly belonging to the Abayomi Taiwo. Then you will see a UBA ATM card also belonging to the Abayomi Taiwo. I have written petition against the woman who gave me that vehicle to document the sale thereof, and the petition is still with the police at AIG Zone 5 Police Headquarters, and that is at anti-fraud units, AIG Zone 5 Police Headquarters, GRA Benin City. The OC anti-fraud unit is insisting that I bring 300,000 naira unless he won't investigate. There is also an ID card issued by the Directorate of Christian Education, Redeemed Christian Church of God. Who is Abayomi Taiwo? Why is the voter's card forged? That is the question I want the world to answer. Why are people in possession of blank voter's card? I want to have a genuine voter's card. That is the reason I have written emails, reminders to Inec. Give me my corrected voter's card. On that Facebook post, you will see the form with which I apply to correct my names. Because for years, I have not voted in this country. Because Inec cannot issue me with a valid voter's card, with correct credentials. I have gone to Inec office. Even after I effected the correction, Inec notified me on their platform when I checked on their website that it is at their Ipobaofa office. Even though I applied to change my local government to Oredo, they didn't change my local government from what I saw on their website. They only said they have corrected names, because it was only my correct names that reflected and my photograph. But as for the local government, it was still reflecting Ipobaofa, because I did the shambolic registration ab initio at Ologbose Primary School, also known as Ugbekun Primary School, Upper Supomba, in Ipobaofa local government. Having applied to relocate to Oredo, why did Inec not reflect in the voter's card? That is one. Two, up to today, Inec has refused to give me my voter's card because Inec does not want me to vote for a human rights activist. I wanted to vote for the human rights activist, Showore. As president of this country, I have not voted for years, but I have seen that Showore is a human rights activist. At least let's have someone who can talk. I have written several petitions. I have made publications on Facebook mentioning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He doesn't respond. I have written petitions to all the law enforcement agencies. No law enforcement agency is ready to investigate my petition. The Commissioner of Police, Edo Command, one Northerner, has refused to investigate my petition to this day. He calls himself whether Mohammed I can't figure out the second name now. He has refused to investigate my petition up to this day. I have written several petitions. Why? Because the criminal governor Godwin Obaseki has used SCEC, Edo State Independent Electoral Commission, to hijack 18 local governments in Edo State. 18 local governments, with the conspiracy of the Commissioner of Police. I saw reports on TV, eyewitnesses saying that when the assassins were coming, the police drove away so that the assassins can open fire on them. I was not at the place. I saw with my eyes on TV that the scene was very bloody. Imagine just one political party hijacked 18 local governments. One governor, we don't know his name, claiming to be Godwin Obaseki. First tenure, he said he's a doctor, PhD holder. Second tenure, he no longer has PhD. We don't even know his real names. He has been in control of Edo State for 7 years, having hijacked the government with assassins in such a bloody civilian coup. This is unacceptable. Let's see how we can, as a vigilant populace. I can remember Professor Chinua Achebe of blessed memory, the revered bard, said, we as Nigerians must insist on a vigilant populace who can say no to sacrilege. We must say no, categorical no to this sacrilege. I have never met Showore in my life, but he said we cannot continue like this, and I totally agree with him. I have never seen Showore face to face, but the human rights activist said we can't continue like this. And that drives home my point. We as people, we must insist on merits, meritocracy, not mediocrity. We can't continue like this. You will see screenshots of my email and reminder to ESSEC. Give me my voter's card. The fact that I don't want to vote for the candidate of your choice doesn't mean I don't have the right to vote. I have international passports. I have driver's license. I have all my other credentials. I have national identity card, NIN. My national identification number is there. Why can't I have a voter's card? Why will Inec be imposing dictators on us? Look at what Nigeria has turned to. Top 6 in organized crime. Top 6 in organized crime. Assassins have kidnapped me several times. Tried to assassinate me several times. In this country, a police officer shot another police officer. Some, not even one, so many police officers. They ambushed the vehicle of a justice of the Court of Appeal. Opened fire on the vehicle. People in police uniform in this country, they opened fire on police on the vehicle of its justice of the Court of Appeal. There was a police officer with the justice of the Court of Appeal, Benin Division, inside that vehicle, and while trying to protect the justice of the Court of Appeal, the police officer was gruesomely murdered, and the justice of the Court of Appeal was kidnapped in this Edo State. And later I was told the justice of the Court of Appeal was released. No information, no explanation. Why are we facing this kind of embarrassment in this country? Recently, a retired president of the customary court of appeal, a superior court of record too, in Benue State, was gruesomely murdered in her residence, her body mutilated, and some portions were severed. Having been severed, they dumped it in her kitchen. God forbid it. We can't continue this way. I'm quoting Showore. We can't continue like this. I'm quoting Professor Shino Achebe of blessed memory, because the revered Bard said Nigeria must have a vigilant populace who can say no to sacrilege. That is someone who rejected this country and went to US, where he lived the rest of his life, because he said politicians in Nigeria, they are nothing to write home about. Politicians in Nigeria, they are nothing to write home about. We can't continue like this in this country. The criminal with a governorship name, whom we don't know his real names, Governor Godwin Obaseki, official, no more PhD, no doctor now. The doctor expired in the first tenure. Borrowed billions of naira twice, and he is squandering the money, bribing EFCC, bribing ICPC, bribing the Commissioner of Police Edo Command, and even the office of the AIG Zone 5, so that he will not be investigated. We can't continue like this. I am set in defense of human rights. I must continue to stand up for human rights, not only as an international human rights lawyer, but also as a Christian. No matter whose us is God, because my Bible said God is not a respecter of persons. He said, the Bible says, whoever trouble you will bear his judgment, whoever he be. Hallelujah. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. Because my Holy Bible clearly states that when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Nigerians are mourning. A few days ago, NLC president was attacked by mob with the alleged conspiracy of a commissioner of police in Imo State. Police officers in partisan politics, as alleged. We can't continue like this. I am therefore calling on all Nigerians to insist on meritocracy. Let's expunge impersonation. Let's expunge assassination. Let's expunge corruption. All impersonators in the justice system in Nigeria, they should be made to face justice. I have wrote petition to EFCC, and I attach fake checks. The fake checks, if you check my Facebook wall, you will see them. And the Benin Zonal Commander of the EFCC has refused to investigate my petition till today. When I go there, they will tell me come back again. When I go, they will tell me come back again. I have sent email to EFCC headquarters. They did not reply me. Why? The criminal governor Godwin Obaseki is backing up criminals in Edo State with the billions he borrowed. He is wasting it as slush fund, fit to lucre, hiring spin doctors, rabble rousers, assassins to terrorize Edo State and Nigerians. I wrote complaints to the National Judicial Council against impersonators in Edo State Judiciary, and a few days later, the Supreme Court building was touched. I saw the fire with my eyes on TV. Where are the arsonists? Where are they? How did fire engulf the Supreme Court of Nigeria building, located in the complex that houses the National Judicial Council, the recipient of my complaints against impersonators in Edo State Judiciary? No information is till today. The ICPC received my complaint against impersonators in Edo State Judiciary since 2019. Then, under the leadership of one Professor Bolaji Owasanoye, an impersonator who we don't know how he got his professorship title. We don't know how he got his SAN title. We don't know how he got his purported position as chairman of ICPC. From 2019 to 2023, he was telling me he was investigating. 2023, he has seconded, claiming he has retired. We can't continue like this. As a Christian, I'm not only defending the gospel, I'm also an international human rights lawyer. I'm set in defense of human rights, because my God is a God of justice, a God of truth, a righteous God in whom there is no iniquity. Inec is at it again. Nigerians should stand up for human rights. We all have the right to vote. See, I want to correct one common misconception. The electoral umpire in a democracy is not the electoral body. The electoral umpire is the people. The people, one nation, the electoral umpire. We Nigerians, we are one people. We must stand up for human rights. We must decide our leader. Inec, or whatever they call it, cannot impose dictators on us. Thank you very much. May God help us. Bye for now.